Hello, everybody. All right, so welcome to this week's energy forecast personalized reading for you. So this is going to be for the week of August 31st to September 6th, which who can believe we're already like basically at September? I don't know. It's crazy to me. All right, so there are 3 different piles of cards here. This week we are using the Touchstone Tarot by Kat Black. This is a new one. I haven't read with this much, so we're kind of giving it a go here. And then we also have the Earth Magic Oracle cards and the Oracle of Oddities by Black and the Moon. All right, so before we get started, let's go ahead and, if you're able to, close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Alrighty. And a couple messages that were already coming through, which I think this is just safe to say this is the message for 2020. I think I've already said that, is grounding, the importance of grounding your energy. My friend Natalie always talks about grounding to rise up, making sure that your energy is grounded and secure and stable in order to be able to rise up to the occasion, to a higher vibration, to transmuting unwanted, unpleasant energies that you no longer need in your life. But the importance of just grounding down, everybody, grounding down. So that definitely is a message coming through. It kind of feels like this coming up week is going to be a little all over the place, and that might be why the grounding theme is like extra coming through this week. It kind of feels like there's going to be a lot of energies happening this week, a lot of people having like realizations, epiphanies, growth, a lot this week. So just really make sure you're finding time to ground. All right. So I'm going to show you the cards here, and without really thinking much about it, just whichever you are drawn to, pile 1, 2, or 3, that's for you. If you want to choose more than one, if you feel really drawn to multiple piles, then go for it. And then always, I suggest listening through, even if you pick pile 1 or pile 2, listen all the way through towards the end of the video, because a lot of the time the messages can tend to like intertwine, or there are just some other messages that come through that need to be shared. So here we go. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty then. Okay, so if you chose pile 1, and look, I'm trying to get some like things happening behind me instead of just being boring. All right, we have Knight of Coins. Woo, there is a glare on these cards, huh? Knight of Coins. Ceremony, Invocation, and we have Harmony. Don't be surprised if you get a little extra money coming your way this week. I would not be surprised if you get like just some surprise, like a surprise rebate or refund, or maybe like a check in the mail of like you paid too much one time on an account, so they're returning some of the money to you. Something like that. Even something as simple as somebody like buying your coffee. But there's going to be some extra money coming your way this week. Definitely feeling that for you. Let's see. And then we also have Ceremony, Invocation, and Harmony. So also this week, speaking of this Knight of Coins, is the importance of not rushing forward in things this week. This week, definitely take your time. If you have plans for anything, make sure that they are harmonious to your life. Like, how does it make you feel, this plan, this thing that you're wanting to do, or even this, this idea that you have? How does it make you feel? Don't move forward with it until you feel like it really truly aligns with your life. Like, is it good for you? Is it good for the other people in your life? How is it going to fit into your life? Don't make any plans this week unless they are harmonious to your entire being and to your entire life. Also coming up with this is Ceremony, Invocation, doing prosperity magic this week. If you are, or even just manifestation. If you're not somebody who does like spells or magic, you can do some manifestation. But definitely do this week a ceremony surrounding some prosperity Also do a ceremony, because I mean the coins, pentacles are all about the earth element, that stability, that grounding. Do a special ceremony specifically for grounding, and balancing those energies. But really this week, or anything, even a ceremony that makes you feel harmonious. Not too much coming through for pile one. Not that that's like a bad thing, but just really the message is like be on the lookout for a little bit of like extra money coming your way. Make sure before you do anything, like you finalize plans, make sure that every element of plans that you are making are harmonious to your life. You don't want things may sound like a good idea at first, but then when you really think about it, like, all right, well, what is that going to look like a week from now, 2 weeks from now, a month from now? Is that still going to be like vibing with me? So make sure any decisions you make are harmonious to your entire being. And really do a ceremony this week on prosperity and grounding. And that's pretty much short and sweet and to the point for pile one. Nothing wrong with that. That's how I like things. Short and sweet and to the point. All right, pile two. Queen of Cups. Music. Harmony again. I think that's big theme for this week. Harmony. I think it is, I mentioned this week feels like it's going to be kind of chaotic for everybody, like energetic wise. So this week, really try to stay in harmony, stay harmonious. Make sure your energy is grounded and in a way that makes you feel like all of your energies, all of your essence is in harmony with each other. For real. All right, revelation. All right, so definitely I think this is cut and dry to the point. Is this week you're going to have some realizations. I think I already kind of said that at the beginning, that this week is definitely, there's a lot of energies. Some people may be having like epiphanies about things. Some people may be like recognizing different patterns in their lives. I think that you're going to have a major like aha moment this week. I don't know if it's because we have the Queen of Cups here, which is definitely very much about emotions. So I'm thinking that it may be, you're probably going to have some sort of emotional something this week is going to happen. Something that makes you feel really emotional. But it's going to provide a revelation for you, a much needed revelation. So even though it's not fun all the time to feel like very emotional, it is needed sometimes. You're going to have to go through this in order to have this big revelation, which is awesome. A good way to help you through any sort of emotional turmoil you might be going through, uneasiness, is music for you this week. Really tap into music, like listen to a new music genre that you don't normally listen to. Maybe you don't normally meditate with music. Put some music on this week. Dance, sing. Anything that you can incorporate this week with music is going to be really, really good for you at helping you process this revelation that is going to be a pretty emotional revelation for you. But remember, grounding. Keep grounded so that way when the emotional revelations happen, you're not so overwhelmed. All right, and then let's move on. I have a hair hanging off me, sorry. Let's move on to pile 3, King of Cups. We have King of Cups here. Fog, veiled. It's interesting, we have revelation prior, and then in this one we have veiled. And then we have passion. All right. Give me 1 second. All right. So, yes, this is fog veiled, but for me, the imagery on this card of the light shining through is really speaking to me. And so I kind of feel like this is similar to the revelation. So if you chose pile 3, I think that you're going to have sort of the fog clearing. If you chose pile 3, you've maybe been finding yourself feeling like you're in this fog, feeling like you can't really see what's next, what's coming. You've been feeling just kind of in a funk and like you've been walking around in a fog. And I feel like this week for you, you're going to start to see that clearing. You're going to start to see the sunlight peering through the fog. You're going to start to see it dissipating and clearing for you a little bit. And unlike pile 2, where it's like an emotional week, it's going to be an emotional week for you, but I think you're going to be feeling more in control of your emotions. Whereas if you chose pile 2, it was maybe a little bit more like flooding of the emotions. I feel like pile 3, you're going to be feeling the emotions coming through for you this week, but you're going to be more 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 stable with them. I don't know, that sounds kind of mean. Like, not to say that people who chose pile 2 are like not stable people, but you know what I mean? Like, you're going to be a lot more in control of the emotions, feeling them without them overwhelming you. Getting ready for some lovin's. But yeah, I think you're going to start to feel a little bit passionate this week. Yeah. So those of you who are in a relationship, I think your significant other may be a little extra into you this week. If you are single, no judgment here. Do what you need to do. And that's really, I think, it. The message I'm hearing right now too is it definitely is a lot of revelations. I think like revelations and harmony and like emotional growth is really just the big theme for this week. It's going to be a lot for some people. Some people it's going to be a lot more emotional. Some people it's going to be more like, thank God, like I'm seeing the clearing. I'm so glad I had this revelation. Now let's move on. Some other people are going to need to have a little bit more tenderness with it. But just really kind of making sure and remembering that everything that happens to us, it's for our good. Like, we can work through it in a way that benefits us. And I think that's really important to remember. You know, like the earth tries to harmonize itself. Like, nature tries to live in harmony. And our souls, our beings try to live in harmony as well. And so you'll find sometimes if you are somebody who's living too much over in the light, sometimes you have those moments that kind of send you crashing back down because you have been ignoring the darkness, living over here in the light. And so in order to harmonize itself, your soul's like, nope, now we're going over here into the darkness. So it's important to try to remember to keep that harmony, to keep that balance of the shadows and the lights. You know, the shadows and the lights, they all have their moments of, we need both. And so it's important to try to kind of like keep yourself pretty balanced, you know, spend some time in the shadows, go back over to the light, spend some time in the middle, just find that harmony within your soul, within your being. All right, and that's it. There you go. You can book a private reading with me at my website. Information is in the description box below. As always, I'd love to hear if any of this resonated with you, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And yeah, bye.